All right, Jeff, what are we looking at?
So we're going to take this cell out of here. It's one individual cell for it. So right now we're going to be looking at the negative plate. And as you can see, there's a lot of paste material that's on here still. This battery's gone through a lot of cycling because as you looked at the edge of the battery or the end of the case of the battery itself, you're going to see how it was swollen out. And that's because this thing has been through a bunch of cycles. And
this is one of the batteries you were testing?
Yes, that is correct. So this went through our European norm test, which is the 17.5. And we looked at the different number of cycles that we do a week, which is typically 85 cycles a week. So we got roughly 16 to actually anywhere from 16 to 24 weeks.
So that's your thicker strap?
This is the positive strap, yes. And as you can see, it's a little bit different color than what the negative is if you were looking at it head on. Mm-hmm. Kind of a gray versus a red. And that's just because it's the different chemistry in there.
Okay.
So we're looking at a poly envelope here. And this poly envelope is actually going to have the positive plate inside it.
So the positive plate's inside an envelope.
Yep.
Yeah.
And once we do that as well, we got what we call a scrim, which is actually kind of like your bonding agent.
Hold that up to the light.
Let's see.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
It's really thin.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this basically acts almost like rebar when you're looking at concrete. Mm-hmm. So this is actually applied to the plate itself while it's still moist. So the paste material is still going to be kind of wet, and then it's actually put on there so it kind of sandwiches everything together. So this is actually on both sides of the positive plate as well.
Okay, so you've got scrim outside the plate,
yep,
inside an envelope. So
yep.
Extra protection, so less
so when you look
shedding.
so when you look at paste shedding, normally if you don't have this scrim on there, the paste is basically just going to start dropping to the bottom of the envelope. Well, with this, it kind of keeps it there to where it's not going anywhere.
Gotcha.
So when you look at cycles, you're looking at a lot more cycles because of that. Now you've got carbon also added in there. You've got several other different chemistries that are baked within this, the material, to be able to function through partial states of charge throughout the life of the battery itself.
Okay.
And this actually looks very good, considering this one I believe was 17 weeks on the 17.5% DOD, which is extraordinary. So paste material still bonded really good to the grid itself, still pliable. We can actually bend it around and nothing breaks off. I mean, it's...
And how is that grid? It's pretty thick.
Oh yeah.
You like the lead plates on
So
there?
if you can get kind of a close shot there on the thickness of it. I mean, we're probably looking at 0.040 on the thickness of the grid, which is extremely thick for an EFB product as well.